they land on their feet. Um, the next thing we wanted to talk about was Taylor Swift, and I know that might be a shock to people because we don't talk about Taylor Swift at all. Like
This was a jump scare for me, honestly.
I
Like,
just don't
Right?
understand. I don't understand. But it was interesting because we have been talking about AI and the effects of AI and what we thought about AI, and so it's interesting to me that Taylor Swift and Matthew McConaughey took steps to protect themselves from AI, but not in the way you would think. Like we talked about the unions and everything fighting for the rights of actors and such when it comes to AI and protecting themselves and putting clauses in there, and it's a lot harder to sign your rights away. But they're saying that, or at least their idea was, I'm going to protect certain aspects of myself so people can't just take them and put them all over the web. For instance, Taylor Swift, instead of protecting her music in a way, she protected like a catchphrase, like, hey, this is Taylor, or she
Mhm.
also protected a specific photo. Apparently a lot of people are using this photo for whatever reason, and I can't imagine, in a sense of like, if someone were to make like porn or something like that out of a memory that you have, right? So I understand
Mhm.
the steps, but I don't understand the steps in the sense of why just those things. And the same thing with Mathew. It's like, I'm protecting this sentence that I said one time ever. I'm not protecting anything else, just this one thing, and filing trademarks for it. I don't really get that as a way of protecting yourself.
Mhm.
Unless they just Google like Matthew McConaughey AI and it's just people saying these sentences or whatever the case. I don't understand it because we on the last episode we talked about someone who had passed away who's going to be in a film. Like they're just AIing his entire existence into a film.
Right.
I don't think a catchphrase is going to be enough, if you feel me. And so I was just curious, like, is this the thing that we have to do going forward? Are we going to have to like piecemeal our likenesses and our, I don't know, catchphrases or things that we say, photos and stuff like that? Are we going to have to do this? Because this can be, it feels like a waste of time and a lot of money. And granted, these people are rich, so whatever. But it just
Right.
feels like this is not the way you should go about it. At least the way I'm thinking.
I
I
don't
don't know,
think
but the
this
"Hey, it's
is.
Taylor" is just so weird.
Yeah, that is weird. But I think the reason that they're doing this is they don't want to close the door on any of that AI money. So there's
Mm.
probably deals in the works far in the future, or even right now. The next Super Bowl, there's going to be a Taylor Swift commercial endorsing like Claude or some shit, or Matthew McConaughey doing the same. Like they don't want to close the door on that money. Like we've seen celebrities with all of these fads, like with fucking NFTs and all the like they don't want to, potentially shoot themselves in the foot and block whatever deals or whatever truckloads of money these companies will back up to their door to give them to endorse whatever to use
Mhm.
whatever. Like I think that's part of the goal, but there's certain things that maybe they have other plans for, like, hey, this is
Mm.
Taylor or whatever, that they want to have complete control over, so they trademark that, so that can't be touched, but everything else is fair game because they want that money. Like that's what that says to me, and I cannot be bothered to care. I cannot be.
Right.
Like all of this shit
Thank
is a
you.
bubble. It's gonna bust. Is any product that you have to like force people or like try to fearmonger them into using is not going to be around for much longer. It's taking this thing way too fucking long to die, unfortunately. But I,
Yes.
in my hopeful optimism that it will die, so all of this is
Mhm.
just like a non-starter at this point. Like we're nobody's talking about NFTs, even though whatever, I forget who it was, the famous celebrity that went on Jimmy Fallon was like, hey, oh, I think it was Paris Hilton, like, hey, this is my monkey. We're not doing that
Yes.
shit anymore, right? Like that was maybe 2 and 3 years ago now. Like in a
Yeah.
year, 2 years, all of this will be moot. Like it's not even worth having the conversation about, especially because
Mhm.
these people are so fucking rich, like so far and away and above the concerns of like normal artists with AI in terms of like AI generating jobs, people out of jobs and things like that. Like you're getting AI slop content in
Mhm.
your video games and all that kind of shit. Like that is where my
Right.
concern lies, not what Matthew McConaughey or Taylor Swift are doing.
Right. I
Agreed.
guess because like I said, we've never talked about this person ever. Um,
Ever.
It's more so in the sense of like, what I've been seeing is the fight for this stuff, or the fight for this stuff to stop, unfortunately has to come from the people with the most money, right? And so, for instance, with Disney, that whole deal that Disney had, like falling through, was like the best thing ever. When they were gonna have the AI, like people can go in and make AI whatever of their Disney properties, and that just fell through. And I was like, this is great. And then you have Ziff Davis going after, I think, Chat GPT or whatever the case may be, because of them basically stealing their articles and whatnot. And so it's not going to be a small person who wins in court that actually, because they're not going to have enough money to go up against these conglomerates. You're going to have a equally, someone with a lot of money for this to work. And so my thought was like, in this sense, are people thinking that this is not something that they can win, so they have to do like these little steps, as opposed to like Disney, where they're like, hey, if we're not working with you, you cannot have, well, I can't say Mickey Mouse anymore, but you can't have anything Pixar related without our approval. And as opposed to like a clean, like, we're not doing any of this. It's like, maybe just my catchphrase. This is all the money I'm willing to spend on this. And so that's why I thought this is like a weird thing, because Taylor Swift, especially considering that what she did with her music and how she was able to buy back her catalog and remove it from Spotify and then put it back on Spotify. Like, I feel like if she wanted to block every single thing, she could. That's why it's kind of weird.
It's just, I mean, I don't know Taylor Swift really. I don't.
None of us do. It's fine.
3 songs. Yeah, I just don't like.
I certainly don't.
And no, like, shade to Taylor, except for the fact that I hate the way she dances. But like, because that's not dancing. That is just very strange, awkward movements on stage. Anyway.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what like, I can't even, I like to mimic people. I can't even do the "Hey, it's Taylor" because I don't know what it sounds like. And so
yeah, I've never.
Yeah, I'm so far removed from that. So like, trademarking your voice, saying that, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't even know that was a thing. If Owen Wilson said "wow" and try to trademark "wow," like, I would get that. I would. I would be like, okay. If what's her face trademarked her voice saying "it's bananas," like, I would know that, because I would get it. Okay, that's Ashanti. That's what she used to say all the time. That's bananas. Like, I get it. But I really am not familiar. Wow, I'm definitely not. I mean, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. I'm not a Swiftie or anything like that. But like, I don't know what that sounds like. I don't even know what the "Hey, it's Taylor" sounds. I don't know. I've never heard it. That's interesting.